Hey guys, welcome to Blender. Today I'm going to be making a huge building, hopefully. And I'm going to do a tutorial along with that. Okay, first of all, how you move is, your mouse is right here, right? Watch my mouse. Tap one of these and you can rotate it. And if you tap it, it'll take you to where it is. Bottom, if you tap it, like if you tap the one right in the middle, it'll take you to the opposite side. So right now I'm looking at the bottom of my mesh. If I hit it again, it takes me to the top of the mesh. Simple as that. And then obviously this little hand moves it so you're not rotating. This is just how you move it. Normally, obviously. This is a rotate. Simple, right? This is a scale. You can either scale it along a certain surface, or you can scale it along everything. Also, Control Z undoes it. Like undoes what you just did. I don't quite know what this does really. I've never used this before. I think it's just basically, it does that, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this is all three combined. You can rotate it, scale it, and move it with this one. I've never used these, so I can't even begin to tell you what those do. Besides that, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what this does. It seems... Oh, that's what that does. It gives you a nice little measurement. The only thing is it's not very good at being a straight line. It's not easy. You can add a cube, and this is where I messed up really bad on Blender. I've hardly seen any other tutorials show you how to do this. If you click and hold, boom, you can spawn in a sphere, aka a ball, and a UV sphere I mean, which is kind of like a little bit weird shaped ball, cylinder, which is obviously something. What the flip, man? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. A cone, basically a triangle, I guess. I don't know how to describe that. And then a cube, obviously. If you're working on Blender, you should know all those terms without anybody actually having to describe it as deep as I just did. But, you know, might as well, just in case if there's somebody who's a little bit young here. This is extrude. Ooh, what is this? Oh, I've never used any of these extra little ones before. I didn't even know these existed. That is the coolest thing ever. Wow. Oh, that is so cool. Bro, in most YouTube things, they show you a stupid way of doing that I felt like was really hard. Where you right-click, you go down, and wait a minute, you have to hit faces. And then you have to right-click and go down and extrude faces along normal. Actually, never mind. That doesn't do the same thing. But that is cool. And then, I don't know what... That's... I don't know what to think about that. That's kind of useful, I guess. There's so many times I could have used that. But, yeah. I know what this does. If you get close enough... let me put this back to normal. There you go. If you get close enough... Why is it not working? I don't know why it's not working. And what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to insert a face. Like that. I don't know why it wasn't letting me do it when I had everything selected, but yeah. As of now, in my game, this is broken, kind of. I can't use it properly in Blender right now. I think their last update messed it up for me. And yeah, it does that. It used to be a lot smoother. Now it does this weird shape. it used to just kind of round the edges. Now it moves the edges and stuff like that, which is not very useful. However, this is bevel. This button right here on the side of your screen. Loop cut, which I've never really found too. I'm joking. I found it very useful before. And I don't know what this is. It does multiple cuts. It basically doubles the cuts you have, which is, I can see how that could be useful, but This one I've never done. In fact, I don't know how to use it really, as you can see here. Forget that. I don't know what the bisect does. I'm assuming I'm not even going to try to explain that. That's useless, alright? That's all you need to know. This is poly build. You're going to have it so it's in vertices only, right up here at the top of your screen. And then you want to click one, move it, and then boom. This is how I started out using Blender before I actually got to know how to use it. This Blender is useful for making mods, for making games themselves, making cool animations, making anything really. In fact, some people have literally just straight up made money by making a picture in Blender. Like, they'd make a cool scene and they'd take a picture of it, and then boom. They could sell it as a poster or something. Now, the thing I'm using currently is called wait a minute, I gotta get this just right. That seems about right. It's called spin, which, as you can see, it multiplies your thing and spins it. Which, if you want more or less, if you tap this little thing down here, it pops up down here on your screen, you tap it, it will open. You can scroll the steps. The higher you go, the laggier it gets, obviously. And the lower you go, the less squares there are. Then obviously you can adjust the angle, which is, I never actually have used that before. That'd be useful to know sometimes. You can change the center by a lot, but we're gonna not do that. Spin duplicates. I didn't have it all selected. This literally did the same exact thing, so, you know, there's not really a point of that, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. That's really... Now I know what that is. Okay, say we do this, and then we go to use it. It's not in the right spot. I'm pretty sure the spin duplicates makes it so it works properly like this, instead of just spinning it like really weird, which I've had happen to me before. Smooth does what you can expect it to do. Oh, wait a minute. Smooth. You can't see here because it's just kind of shrinking my thing. But, here. That's right click and then you hit the button subdivide. Okay, wait. In order to use the smooth button properly, I'm gonna have to use this thing, the randomizer, which makes a random surface. It'll move the edges randomly, which makes a really cool effect like this, which looks pretty cool. Especially if you're making an animation and you put it in the background, it'd look pretty cool. But this should work. If you use the smooth, it smooths it out a little bit. Wow, that looks amazing actually. Holy snap, I've never done that before. That looks like water. I might actually have to use that for a water animation when I finally get my game working. And when I say working, I mean finally make a game. Alright, back to normal. Unsubdivide that. Alright. Edge slide, I don't know what this does exactly. It slides it and then it'll slide at an angle. Like, you'll slide it up to a certain point, and then it just goes on an angle for some reason. And then obviously you can slide it down. Don't know what that's useful for, but it's gotta be useful for something. Oh, this one. I've never used this before, and I guess it's kind of useful. Whoa, this is glitchy. I don't like that. At first I kind of liked how this was going. I mean, you can't go too far to the side where it gets weird. However, it does look decent, somewhat. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. I've never used that before. I'm glad I made this tutorial. Shrink / fatten obviously just changes the scale. Push / pull basically does the same thing. I don't, oh yeah, I know what this does now. I forgot. And each one of these will move it along its path. As you can see, I'm going to use all of them to kind of show you what they do. Yeah, there's not really one for moving upward or downward, but yeah. Then you have rip region. You have to use this mill button for it to work, and then you can do that, and you can make an open box. And when moving things like that, like per se I do this and I want to move it, and I don't want it, oops, I mean you can use these arrows, but per se I do this, and dang it, man. Oh, I do this and I don't want to move it like this. You can do this. If you hit all, or not Z, but Shift Z does not do that. What am I talking about? Shift Z does that. If you are in A mode, like if you extrude, for example, like this, if I get a face and I go like this, if I hit Z, it can only go up and down. And if I hit it again, it can only go up and down, I guess. Because if you hit it the first time, it only goes up and down according to how it would go normally. If you hit it one more time, it'll go straight up and down. And then you have this, which it's not going on any axis. Then if you hit X, obviously it only goes side to side, and same thing with Y. Now I know I'm not the best YouTuber out here, but I know a lot about Blender. And since if you hold Control Z, it's kind of useful. If you come over here, I'm not going to show you all of these because that'd take forever. I'm just going to show you how to get to this, which hit the wrench, hit add modifier, as long as you're clicking on the thing you want it on, and then pick one. Like for example, I will use, I don't really know a good one to use right now. Triangulate. Boom. If we hit tab here, it should be, actually it can't because it's not subdivided. Now if we turn that up, okay, that one's not working, but you get the point. You can add a modifier easily. And since I'm already here, I might as well just show you what this thing is, since I couldn't really explain what it was earlier. That's what the UV sphere is. Wait, that's not the UV sphere. Oh, it is. Oh, the UV sphere is the normal sphere. This is the weird sphere, the icosphere. That's what it is. It looks weird. Then a cylinder. Then a cone. And then, obviously, cube. Okay, I did say at the beginning of this video I was going to build a tower, but this video is already getting kind of long, so I'll make that in some other video some other day. I'll just keep this as a nice little, what's it called? I keep this as a nice tutorial. Yeah, I need a square to show a couple more things before I go. Tab. On the keyboard, if you look at it and you see the tab button, if you hit tab, it will take you into edit mode, I think is what this is called. And obviously you want to go into faces, because faces will make it so you can only click a face, obviously. This will make it so you can only click vertices, or edges, I mean, and this makes it so you can click vertices. So let's get a thing here. If you hit E on your keyboard and then hit whatever you want to do it, whatever axis you want to use, which I guess I'm going to use the Z axis after I hit E, boom, you can extrude. Now if you hit S, you can scale it. And if you hit Shift Z, that takes you into wireframe, where you can see through your object and kind of see where line things up better, I guess. I don't know. I don't really use it for certain reasons. Then you have this mode where you can see the texture if you give it a texture. This mode, I don't know what it does. Does something. And then obviously the normal mode. This button right here, I should have showed this off earlier. This, I don't know if I can really show it. We don't talk about what just happened. If you're wondering what just happened, I accidentally knocked my mic off my desk when I was reaching over to press a certain button. Ouch. I'm fine. We're all fine. Yeah. Oh man, it's messing up all my cords. Okay, that's better. We're back. I hit play on accident, which is space, by the way. Anyways, what I was gonna do was I was gonna subdivide words, subdivide. Now, if I take this if I take a 4x4 square, if I turn this off and I move them up, it's not as smooth. It only uses a certain area. If I turn this on, it does that, which is a lot cooler. And then obviously you can switch it to sphere, so it looks like that, or that. And root, not en root, but like and, you can switch it to root, which is basically the same thing as sphere. I can't even read what this one was supposed to be. It looks like a more intense sphere. Sharp is going to do that, which I mean looks cool if you're making a black hole. Yeah, I unselected these. I don't even know what I picked, but that makes it look like that. I picked the liner. Constant does that, which not half bad. I like how it looks. Like you could use it for a cup holder in a car or something if you're making a car. Or you could make it for like a certain map if you're making some sort of map. Random, which we hit all and then unselect the rest of these faces. Come on, I've got all day. Oh, wait a minute. That was a waste of time. There we go. If we hit random, it will randomize all the blocks around it, which looks pretty cool. So if I... Whoa. You gotta be careful when holding Z. It goes really fast. What? Okay, get it really, really small. Just hit a small square there. I don't quite know how to make it... Whoa. Okay, that's how you do it. If you hit this magnet, you can do that. Which, let me hit that. Okay, that whatever I did didn't change anything. That just pops in, literally. Whoa, that one was face nearest. That messes up things quite a bit. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. I like that one. Volume. Edge center, I don't know what this will do. That was weird. And then edge perpendicular, which who knows what that does. I'm gonna stick saying treatment, and we're just gonna hire it, and then you can see what it does. Then you turn the magnet on. I've been wondering how to do that for a while. Wow, that looks cool. Let me just... This is gonna be my thumbnail. Boom. I just have to do some editing to make it look cooler. But yeah, I've been wondering how to do that for a while. I turned on the magnet at one point, but it didn't help at all, really. Okay, well that was really, really cool learning, for me at least. I love how that went. I figured out a lot of things I was trying to figure out for a while today. For modeling, I don't even know if I really want to try to explain this to anyone, because you can try to use it for animals or something. Oh, that looks cool. You can try to use it for animals, but it's a pain. Wait a minute. Like, I can't do anything right now because I have a thing. Oh no, sculpting, I think. Yes, it was. You can use it for animals, but it doesn't work very well with objects. Like, sure, it works decent on the normal objects, like a cube or the sphere work decent with it, but anything else is just a pain to use. Oh, that's why nothing works ever. Well, I know why it doesn't work now. It's because you have to subdivide it by like a lot if you want to actually do anything, which is not the funnest thing to do ever. Yeah, so making a making a sculpture isn't easy. Like, I'm making a game, and because it's so hard to make a sculpture, or yeah, sculpting, I guess you could call it, using sculpting so hard that I'm just like, right now I kind of, you think I know what I'm doing, but I don't. Like, sure, it looks like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I'm just pressing random buttons and using them, kind of learning to see what they do. Because I've used this before, but it doesn't work very well, because I didn't know you had to flip and subdivide so much before using it. So, I guess if you subdivide a lot, it works decent, but other than that, it doesn't work the best. I don't quite know what this is doing. I mean, I know what it's doing, but it's kind of useless. But yeah, so basically I recommend staying away from this unless if you're purposely trying to make like an animal or something. Like for animals, I just use this mode right here. I use this mode. But it also works for the game I'm making. Because the game I'm making, like let me show you one of the creatures I'm making while I explain it. The game I'm making is a futuristic game. And because it's so hard to make creatures, I'm making my own fictional creatures, which are also all robotic. I mean, they're not all robotic, like their whole bodies aren't robotic, but they all are mostly robotic. This is the only one I have on my PC right now, that's Cap. And they all have really high tech, obviously, since it's so far into the future. Ah, here we go. That's where all my blends have been going. But, basically, I've been making... Oh, come on, I still don't have any creatures. What? That's Cap. I know I've transferred some of my creatures here. Is it in here? No, it isn't. Anyways, all my creatures are somewhat robotic, so I can make them boxy. Like, this one's not too boxy. I even was able to add eyes for this one. But this one also looks goofy because of the things I like to do. Like, these were originally going to be like a huge saw, and he'd chase after you and try to cut you up, and he'd be like the size of a small car. But because they look like this, instead of making them so small, which, I mean, I could make small versions of him in the game I'm making, but, the only thing they'd be really doing anything to is gravel. They'd be, like, destroying gravel and stuff to be making nests or something, I don't know. But there's they're all gonna be small ones, I guess, because now that I think of it, that's a really good idea of having just small guys that can like do just a little bit of damage to you. Like they can't do a lot, but it's like touching barbed wire. It can cut your skin a lot. So I guess I can make smaller versions of these who can just be annoying. But mostly in the game, the one that I'm making, if it ever does come out, which hopefully it will, because I'm a very basically, if I put my head to it, I can get it done. Like, no matter how hard somebody tries to stop me, if I want to do it, I can do it. It all matters on how bad I want to do it. Like, it's not like if I push myself, I can do it. I actually legitimately want to do it. Like school, I want to finish school this year because I'm homeschooled. If I can try to push myself, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it this year. Because I've already seen my books, or what I have to do for this year, and this year's already complicated, pretty much. But yeah, like this guy, now that I think about it, I am going to make a bunch of small ones that will just, they don't do a lot of damage, but they'll take like 1 HP every second if you have like 3 of them on you. So like they all do 0.33 damage per second. And yeah. And then, but my original idea was because it turned out so goofy looking, I'll just make it a huge boss that you have to fight. And I do have good creatures, but I don't really have them saved on my PC. I'll show them in the next video if somebody wants to see them. Let me know in the comments, and I will show it in the next video. Well, show them. Star Wars fans might like the second one a little bit, and people who like the Skibidi Toilet series, which is not what I base it off of. However, because it has a TV for a head, everybody's going to think so. They're going to like that one. Really, the one that I just talked about, everybody's going to think was based off the Skibidi Toilet series. It wasn't based off the Skibidi Toilet series. I based it off the movie called Number 9. For any OGs who know that movie, any 2000s kids who know that movie, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do a shout out if somebody knows that movie. But yeah. Pretty much that's what I base it off of. However, everybody's gonna think it's based off the Skibidi Toilet series. Because they're gonna be like, oh, but it has a flippin' TV for a head. And they act like if something has a TV for a head, that's automatically part of the Skibidi Toilet series or something. These ones are angled different. I think I purposely angled them a little bit different so they could get different angles. I'm joking, no I didn't. They just ended up that way somehow. Whatever, it looks straight enough from far away, and if I'm making it all small, nobody will notice. I mean, on the big one, somebody might notice, but yeah, the big one's gonna be a short boss fight, is what it is. This thing saws a little bit off. I gotta move that over a bit. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't mess with anything. Maybe I accidentally moved it on accident or something, I don't know. Let me just open another file and not save, and maybe I did touch something. Yeah, as of now, the only thing in the game that I actually am using is so far I'm really good at making cars, which is why I know how to do a lot of things. Actually, I just realized I accidentally didn't save. I want to save so it's not a stupid picture. That's better. Like this one. It can turn quite a bit. It doesn't look like it can turn, but I have made it so it can turn. If you look at it, I was in edit mode. If you look at it, because it's round, it can somewhat turn. Not a lot, but it can turn. Also, I think somebody moved, or something moved them, because I'm pretty sure I moved them a little bit farther away from the cab. Yeah, I did, and it also got rid of my fender, I just realized. On both sides. Whatever. Yeah, you've got the headlights, I haven't put the grill in this car yet. Oh wait, yes I did. You just can't see it. You can see how it goes down a little bit here. Then this little indentation remarks the glass. This remarks the glass door, which is bulletproof because my game's going to be an apocalyptic. And I'm not sure if I want to add zombies in this game or not, since I love zombie things so much. Basically, the only thing I need to do for my cars is I need to make them do this. Also, is there flipping... Their origin isn't off. I forgot where the button is. Apply rotation and scale, and then let's see if their origin works. Aha! Center of mass volume. That's better. You look about right, which means you're right because you're just a copy of that one. Yeah, I did move these out at some point so they can turn. However, I realized why I can't ever make any of my cars turn. I haven't been putting wheel wells. Like, you know, how normal cars actually have a little indentation behind the wheel so it can actually turn like a car's supposed to. I haven't been doing that like an idiot. Oh yeah, this one does turn though. This one's a simple turning mechanism. It's not the most effective turning mechanism, but it's simple. Oh, wait a minute. Why does it always mess that up? I don't quite know how far around it can turn. This one, no matter how far... Oh, wait, actually, never mind. This one can only turn like that far. Which is about the same for that side anyways. So actually, that's perfect. Now we just gotta make it so this turns with it. And I would join these, however, if I join them, as anybody in Blender would know about modeling cars, if I join them and I start the wheels rotating, you're just gonna see these under the car going, which would just be hilarious. These ones I can join though. Oh, set origin to mass. I want to set these guys as origin. Okay, I need to make sure the origin's in the right spot. Okay, that one doesn't rotate weirdly, and neither does that one. Alright. Oh, wait. Mass surface. Mass surface. You're on mass surface. Alright, alright. Now I can save. Anyways, like I was saying, I mostly make cars, is what I'm good at. Like, here's a bunch of cool wheels I've made. I don't quite know what I can use these wheels for. This one's a work in progress, so I'm actually going to move this out of the line until I get it fixed. At first I was like, oh yeah, that wheel looks so cool. But every time I look at it, like the last 4 times I've seen it, I'm like, man, I need to put more detail into that actually. Because these are like rolling things, like maybe a one-wheel car or something, I don't know. Some sort of car that's kind of hovering off the wheel, I guess, so the wheel can actually rotate in any direction. Because, yeah, I have a couple of those, 3 to be exact. I can make more in the future if I feel like it. But, I mean, I do make creatures, but because it's so hard to make creatures, I don't normally. I mean, I do as much as I can, but this is like, this is a vehicle I have, for an idea. This is the back part, this is the front part. I don't know exactly what kind of vehicle I want to do with this. I can either make it like a Earth car, or I can make it a spaceship. I just add a few thrusters to the bottom or top or something. Because it looks like a spaceship the way it's designed. I just have to add like some sort of cockpits or glass at the bottom so the drivers and stuff can see under them. And then this is another one, which is a concept, because when I was making this, it gave me a really cool idea, which obviously I forgot because I will have done something with this by now. Like this one is a cool one, simple, but you got the 3 lights, you got the grill, the glass will go right here. That's an intake right there. That's why there's, as you can see down it. Obviously, I need to add shadows so you won't be able to see down in there actually. This is the exhaust. Probably not a good idea to have your exhaust pointing right at your cylinders. But, you know, whatever. Also, it's probably not a good idea to have your cylinders exposed. But I want to get rid of as much weight as possible. So, this could slow us down, however, it's kind of this would slow the car down because it's horrible aerodynamics, but it would also let it so your cylinders aren't getting absolutely destroyed by whatever is attacking you. Yeah, I need to animate this so it goes in and out, in and out, in and out. Which isn't going to be easy because, as you can see, it's not on the right scale. Like, it's on the right scale, it's just that's what happens if you go up and down. I need to make it so it goes up and down on its own thing. Is the back in line? Also, who just texted me? I'll answer that text here in a few minutes. Alright, so, yeah. Let me know why I should end my video saying, like I've said in the last 2 or 3 videos. And, like, just in case for people who don't understand what I mean by that. For example, Markiplier says, bye-bye. And, like, somehow he says it in, like, a really funny voice, I guess. Or a decent voice. I don't know how to say it, really. But, I said it, he doesn't say it in a cool voice. I just said it in a stupid voice. But, he goes, like, I'm not even going to try to replicate it because no way can do as good as a job as he does. But, yeah. This is a cool something I have, by the way. Don't mind how many exhausts I had to put on the roof. We don't talk about that. We also don't talk about the engine that its trailer and the semi is gonna have. But yeah. So just let me know what I should say as my last words all the time at the end of every video. Or maybe I should just say something random. Like, I have 4 things that I say, and at the end of the video I pick one of the 4 things. I think some people might like that idea, but man, the semi is a pain for me all the time. Whatever. Also, here's a turret I put on my thing. I'm decent at making weapons, I guess. Animating them, I haven't got to any animating stage yet. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, obviously. By the way, I've been talking, obviously I'm gonna end it here. And, let me know what I should say at the end of every video. Maybe I should, like, maybe let me know what you think you want to see me play. And, like always, just, stick to watching my good videos, like this one. I don't know, I had to say something there since I already said, like I say every time. I couldn't just not say anything after saying that. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. And for now, I will show you my card in the next one. Goodbye.